Welcome back to a course on calculus and its applications. Let us quickly see what are the things that we have to cover in functions. Linear function, that is, any function which is written in this form is called as linear function. Okay, what is it actually? So let us try these things in a graph, and the functions that we have to see in this lecture is linear functions, R functions, rational functions, algebraic, trigonometric, and exponential. All these we will see in the graph itself. Graphical representation of this is very important, and the trigonometric ones are what? Simply the cos x, sin x, and if you want tan x, this is also an example of trigonometric functions. And here let me give you a rational example of a rational function, that is let me define g upon f. Okay, I think I will have, my function s of x is defined in the form of g of x upon f of x, right? Forget about tan x. This is an example of rational function. Okay, here we were talking about the linear functions, right? So what do we mean by a linear function? That is any function ax plus b. Suppose I have only 5x, so this is a linear function. When I add some quantity, what is it happening? It is just shifting, and this is also a straight line. This is what we call it as linear function. Power functions in the sense x power something. Okay, and we have seen already seen an example of power functions, and these are all examples of power functions, right? Let me x power 1 upon x power 15 as well. So here you may see some examples of power functions. These are all examples of power functions. Okay, exponent, we have log functions as well, right? So log of, generally log something in the sense log x means it is the log with base 10. If I have to define something with log different base, log base 5 of x, so you can see it has another function here, right? Log 2 of x, the green line. Okay, so we are used to do only two logarithms, that is log with base e and log with base 10. Log with base e is called as the natural logarithm, and that one we simply specify as log x. Okay, that wait, let me turn off graph so that you can see this graph. This is thing. Okay, whenever you have something of these kind of logarithms, you can define the inverse of these functions as well. How are we going to define it? So this natural logarithm ln of x, the inverse is going to be e power x, and this is what we call it as exponential function. Okay, this log 2x, log with base 2x, this will give you 2 power x, and similarly others would give you 5 power x and 10 power x, right? Let me turn off. These are examples of exponential functions. Now in this itself you might have understood what do we mean by a linear function, and a linear function, power function, trigonometric functions, rational functions, logarithms, and exponentials. So we have come to the end of the discussion on what functions are. Next we will do a discussion on this, how are we going to define the sum, product, and all those stuff we will see in the upcoming lectures.